everyone. We're the student ambassadors of Ryerson University, and we're here today to talk about the pros and cons of online learning. We're going to be discussing the things we like, things we don't like, and advice we have for students. To begin, we're going to introduce ourselves. My name is Eva Oseen, and I'm a second-year professional communication student.
Hi, I'm Emma, and I'm a fifth-year marketing management co-op student.
Hi, I'm Jenna. I'm in my second year of creative industries.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm a fourth-year mechanical engineering student.
Hi everyone, my name is Sonia and I'm a first-year journalism student.
So to jump right in, I thought we would start saying our pros and the things we like about this online learning situation we're in right now.
So to start things off, one of my pros is being able to get out of bed right before class starts. As you can see, my bed is literally like a meter away from me. That's such a huge pro for me right now, just because I used to commute. And being able now to wake up like 15 minutes before a class starts is so much better than having to wake up like 2 hours before a class starts.
I agree with you. I'm not a morning person, so it's really nice to be able to get, like, even if it's an extra half an hour of sleep in the morning, it really pays off throughout the day. And it's also nice having my home just for also doing workouts, so I'm able to save time commuting there as well.
And I think it's nice being able to sleep in, but to also use that extra time you would have been using for commuting to make breakfast, kind of settle in and get started for your day, rather than being on the go all the time.
I'm definitely with you on that one, though. I think I'm finding that I'm having so much more time to actually like do self-care things, like making sure I'm actually making breakfast and eating well, Yeah.
Yeah, I think before I was always eating like protein bars, and now I'm like, okay, I have time to actually make some food. Maybe I'll make an avocado toast, make it fancy.
Since some of my lectures are pre-recorded, so it definitely helps with being more flexible with my time. Like if I have a pre-recorded 8 a.m., I am not waking up at 8 a.m. I will wake up on my own time and then watch it. So it really helps with the flexible timing, which also allows me to spend a lot more time with my family. And it's great. It's wonderful.
Yeah, one of the great things that I like about everything being more flexible is that you can be more flexible in your workspace. You can have a comfy chair. You can have 2 monitors. You can have so many things that you can't have in a regular lecture. You can like snack during class if you'd like to, which is definitely a big plus. I don't know about you guys, but I've been wearing sweatpants every single day. So online learning just really allows for a lot more flexibility and freedom that we didn't have with regular in-person classes.
Yeah, I think in terms of flexibility, it's really cool that we're able to do our lectures wherever we want. So sometimes I'll do a lecture on a patio in a coffee shop or somewhere else outside, just to get some more outside time now that we're a bit busy all the time with our studies.
Yeah, earlier this year when the weather was nicer, I actually took my laptop outside into my backyard and watched a few of my lectures there.
But if we're going to be honest, the reality of this is that a lot of us do have some cons as well. So would anyone like to share their cons?
I feel like one of the cons about online school is that sometimes you can feel suffocated, because I know for myself personally, I'm studying in my room, I'm watching all of my lectures, and I sleep here. So I kind of feel suffocated and I don't have that separate balance between school and my personal life. So sometimes it can feel a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I also do everything in my room, and it just feels like the work never ends. I never get that satisfaction of like leaving the classroom at the end of a lecture, and that's something I really miss. I really miss that distinction between lectures, home, and anything else we might be working on.
So sort of going to your comment, Jonah, one way that I've found to get around that whole, okay, I don't have a physical separation, let's say, right? I've sort of made like a mental switch for myself, in the sense of like the act of getting in and out of bed for me acts as a switch to turn on or off work mode. And I can sort of only turn that switch on like once a day, right? Because we all know how hard it is once you're out of that productive mindset to sort of get back into it. So for me, the first thing that happens is as soon as I get out of my bed in the morning, that work mode mentality switches itself on. So I only allow myself the satisfaction of having it turn off when I lie back down in bed. So that's how I know that essentially I'm done everything that I set out to do for the day.
I'm definitely going to try that because I found it very difficult. So you guys heard it here first, Jeremy's secret, and we're all going to try this now. I wanted to say one of my cons, and I don't know if you guys feel this too, but I'm constantly feeling like something is due that I just don't know about. Like it's a secret. And I don't know if it's just because everything's online on this one computer. So I guess it's not like going to different classes and like just the feel of it. But I'm always thinking that I have something due, and I'm always checking my schedule just to make sure. And I'm going paranoid. It's not okay. Very difficult.
Yeah, I'm definitely always checking my to-do list as well, and I constantly feel like I'm forgetting something. And I think this goes with me, for me, it's like a huge thing with the increase of screen time, I think is just like an overwhelming difference for me, just constantly looking at a screen for not only when I'm studying, but also when I'm doing lectures, as well as I'm doing like virtual work. So all of this together is like an abundance of screen time that sort of adds to that feeling that you're never really done. And I think for me, what's really made a difference is I think I learned this when I was doing a virtual co-op this summer, was making sure to go on like at least 2 walks a day. I'm really big on going for like a lunch walk, and just like looking at the water and then coming back and then doing another one at the end of the day, just to refresh my brain and sort of feel like I'm not trapped in my space, and that I'm able to go to new places and see new sights.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that one. Every single day I try to go for a morning walk and kind of grab a coffee. It kind of helps me start my day without feeling overwhelmed into being on the screen for like 8 hours.
Now that we've established the pros and the cons, do you guys have any advice for future students or students right now experiencing online learning?
Well, one thing I'd like to add is I don't think we've really discussed yet how sometimes I guess being within a space for so long by yourself, there's this sense of isolation that you sort of get, right? It's not as easy anymore to sort of just turn to your classmate sitting next to you and go like, oh, hey, like, yeah, did you catch that? Oh, are you, have you made progress on this assignment? What did the professor say about this? So I think something that's really important that we do is like staying in contact with our friends, with our classmates, right? Participating in group chats and discussions and things like that. I think because it helps give you more of a sense of what's going on in the class, making sure that you're on the same page as everyone else, but also just to help prevent you from feeling so alone,
Yeah, it can be really easy to feel like isolated and feel lonely. So I like to have virtual study sessions with my friends, and we kind of FaceTime and work together. But also, like as a first year, I was super afraid of going into school online because it had never been done before. But then I realized that there were other first years going through this and feeling the exact same way. And I joined a bunch of group chats off of the Y Ryerson Facebook page, and it allowed me to connect with other students and realize that we were going through this.
I agree with what you're saying there. I think I remember in first year, it was daunting in itself, just meeting new people and trying to put myself out there. So it's really hard to imagine doing that online. So props to you. But I think something that's super huge is a lot of the faculties have new resources for first year students to allow them to meet people online in new ways. And being a business student, I know that in Ted Rogers, for example, they have virtual study halls and learning pods. So if you don't already have a set group of friends, this is like a great way where you can make that set group of friends and have people that you can reach out to during your classes.
I also want to share the advice of the fact that no matter what you're in, university is overwhelming, and I felt personally the overwhelming increase when we're online. So what has helped me a lot is organizing it weekly and just looking at school per week, so that I'm not like, I have this next week and then after that and I have to start doing that. It's like, no, I just do it weekly and get what needs to be done weekly, and I think it's really helped with my mental health and just has given me time to do other things as well as focusing on school. So that is definitely advice I'd like to share.
I think another piece of advice kind of going into escape the overwhelming feeling is to kind of shut down all of the school stuff at sometime at night, maybe 8 or 9 o'clock, and focus on your hobbies or something you like to do. Read a book, watch some Netflix, and this kind of goes into self-care, making sure that you have a good mindset while you're in school, especially in crazy times.
A word of advice to the commuters out there. Well, really, this can go for anyone, but specifically for commuters, really take advantage of all the money that you're saving this semester through going through online school. I had a commute of roughly 2 hours one way each day before this all happened, right? And that was $400 that I was pretty much spending a month on transportation. And now that's $400 that I can use towards my tuition and really anything else. So really take advantage of your savings and make sure that you make good use of them in the future when you are back in class.
To add on to that, a cool aspect of Ryerson is obviously we live downtown, but another con of that is that I'm always surrounded by places to eat, and I spent so much money on food last year. It was actually crazy.
Yeah,
So you're saving money on commuting and food, okay? Lots and lots of money, so definitely take that to your advantage.
Definitely.
Well, I think that's all the advice we have today. Thanks everyone for watching, and thank you everyone for joining us. If you guys have any more advice you'd like to share, make sure to leave it in the comments down below, as well as any other ideas for vlogs and blogs you'd like us to talk about. Make sure to check us out on Why Ryerson on all different platforms, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!
Bye.